Hi everyone, I hope everyone's doing well at home. I know some of you have started receiving some equipment like Diablos, juggling balls, etc. We're going to start sending you videos to help you practice properly with your equipment. Most of you have had the opportunity to use a Diablo with us, but for those of you that need a good review about how to start, spin, and throw your Diablo, we're going to do that right now. For those of you that are really comfortable with this, stay tuned, we're going to be sending more advanced videos your way. The first thing you want to do is place your Diablo down in front of you. I'm left-handed, so you're going to mirror what I'm doing. Most people are right-handed, so you have to set your Diablo down to the right side of your body. So I like to put my feet a little wider than hip distance apart and set my Diablo to the left. You'll be setting it to the right. I want to roll it in a straight line across to my opposite foot. What I need to make sure I'm doing is not rolling and throwing it, yeah? That's going to make it a little bit funky and hard to stabilize. I want to roll a straight line, pick it up, and gently bring it back in the middle once I'm done rolling. A good indication that you've rolled your Diablo properly is that the colors in your Diablo blur as you're rolling it. So I start it to the left side of my body and roll it to my right. You'll probably start it to your right if you're right-handed and roll it to your left. So I roll and I pick it up. Then I use only my left hand to make the Diablo spin. For you, you'll use only your right hand in a simple pumping motion this way, yes? I use this stick to help me indicate what a straight line will look like and to give me an idea of how long I have to roll it across the floor to get it going. Something that's important to know is how to keep your Diablo straight and stabilized when you're working with it. If your Diablo starts to rotate away from you, it's important to always get behind your Diablo. So that will help you be able to throw tricks neatly. So if I'm spinning my Diablo and it started to turn this way, I would come to here. If it would rotate back this way, I would come to here. If your Diablo starts to tip forward, which means away from you, the hand that is doing the work needs to move back to stabilize the Diablo. As soon as the Diablo's parallel to the ground, bring that stick that's working back. Don't keep it back, because then what will probably happen is it will start to tip towards you. So if the Diablo tips towards you, that working hand, for most of you it's your right hand, needs to come forward to fix the Diablo. The next step is learning how to properly throw your Diablo. For this step, I want you to take your Diablo and put it down on the ground, and I want you to just work with your two strings. When you throw a Diablo, if you want the Diablo to go straight up into the air, I need you to avoid doing this. Yeah? I want you to take your strings and I want you to put them at about arm's distance or shoulder distance apart, like if you'd be working with your Diablo, and I want you to straighten them. And straighten them. I want you to do this 10 times. You see the vibration and tension in my rope, my string? That's the amount of tension you need to see when you're throwing the Diablo up into the air. If you throw the Diablo up into the air like this, it's not going to work well and it's going to throw crooked. Another thing that's important is when you throw the Diablo, throw it directly above you. Avoid sending it forward away from you, yes? So some of those small corrections, even if you've done a lot of Diablo, will help you improve your technique. So now I'm gonna roll my Diablo. After I've practiced throwing it up a few times, I'm gonna straighten it out. A nice rule of thumb is try to be able to spin a Diablo really well for 10 seconds, keeping it really, really straight before you start working on tricks. Now we're gonna do the first trick, which is just to throw it up, point your stick, catch, and bring it back down, straighten it out. To catch the Diablo, you're not looking at your strings. You're actually looking at your stick, and what you're doing is you're pointing your stick right to the middle of your Diablo. So I throw in the air, I point my stick to the middle of the Diablo, I make sure my bottom stick is in line with my top stick. If I do this, it's gonna fall past. And then as soon as the Diablo hits the strings, I can relax the string. So now that you've got sort of your basics reviewed a little bit, you need to check back in with us this week. Coach Dave's gonna be here to show you some more advanced Diablo tricks. But until then, if any of that information helps you improve your basic technique, please review it and practice the basics all the time. That's what helps make everybody excellent.